Pues sí, estamos en directo, mi gente. ¿Qué pasa? Para un ratito a una entrevista que han hecho eh, Deadpool y Wolverine. Bueno, Deadpool y Wolverine. Ya decía yo que me estaba escuchando raro, tío. Como tengo la cancelación de ruido siempre activa, tenía desactivada, digo yo estoy escuchándome la voz. Es raro. Y vamos a vernos la entrevista que le han hecho a Hugh Jackman y Ryan Reynolds, que la verdad que parece bastante interesante. Son 15 minutillos, no es mucho, la verdad. Cambiamos de escena. Mm, mm, mm. Pues vamos con la entrevista de Deadpool y Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds y Hugh Jackman. Vamos a verlo, porque esto ha salido hace 7 horas. ¿Qué pone por aquí? El elenco de Deadpool y Wolverine nos da una mejor cara de póker ante las especulaciones de cameos. Vamos a ver qué tal esta entrevista.
I can't wait. I know everyone watching can't wait. So I want to remind all of you, you can pick up tickets.
Quiero cambiar mi overlay. Voy a poner el otro. Poner el samurai. Voy a quitar el de Kimi. Ponemos este.
Tickets for Wolverine and Deadpool.
I love that you've already changed the title.
I know.
Your outfit was
wrong. Let me
your
do
outfit
that
gave
better.
it
Let me do
away.
that better.
Cambiar el título.
Let me do that better.
Thanks so much.
Stop it. Deadpool.
I think we got it. We got it.
Stop.
This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
Ah, es verdad, esto era para que ya se pueden comprar las entradas.
I'm Jacqueline Coley and I'm here with the cast and filmmakers. I'm so excited to talk to you,
Se
gentlemen.
estrena el 26 de julio.
Hugh, sir, I'm going to start with
Julio,
you
junio.
because,
No me acuerdo
listen,
ahora.
I saw Logan. Spoiler alert. You kind of died, retired from the character. I know.
You should
This
see
is
it.
how I find out?
I know. And I never thought I'd get to talk to you about this character in this way. But then I got the teaser trailer with this gentleman here where you just walked up the stairs and said, yeah, sure, Ryan, I'll do it. So I want to know the journey to get to that, yeah,
Wow.
sure. Because I heard it was maybe driving and thinking.
100%.
It was?
I was
Okay.
driving. I was on my way. I was just driving, and literally, just like a bolt of lightning, came this knowing deep in my gut that I wanted to do this film with Ryan, for Deadpool and Wolverine to come back together. And Jacqueline, I swear to you, when I said I was
Yo
done,
pensaba que no lo iba a volver a ver de...
but
Como Wolverine pensaba que no lo iba a volver a ver.
Deadpool 1, I was like, those two characters together, I could do it. I knew the fans wanted it.
8 años ya de Deadpool, madre mía, por Dios.
So that had always been there, but I just knew, and I literally couldn't wait to arrive. As soon as I arrived, I rang Ryan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just said, let's do it. Like, I hadn't rung my agent, no one. It was just like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I had to ring my agent and said, oh, by the way, I've just committed to a movie.
The year before, he stopped his car, called me, and said, I think you should stop playing Deadpool.
Oh, no, just stop it. No, well,
It was just, it just came, and sometimes in life things come really clearly to you, and when that happens, I've learned you just jump, you go for it.
I'm so glad that you did, because I'm so glad to be here. And Ryan, maybe this is something you've been writing like vision boards about for a while, since
Yeah.
like the first movie.
Yeah.
And now we're here, but more importantly, we're here with Disney and a hard R. It's like you had to cross so many hurdles to get to this moment, including
Le
that.
ha costado trabajo, lo de la R para Disney.
I mean, facts. But talk about that and getting them to agree to this historic moment for the brand, really.
I hope it doesn't sound condescending. I'm really proud of them for doing this. I think it's a huge step for them. I mean, it adds a whole other color to this kaleidoscopic wheel that is that company and the different people that they have been entertaining forever. So I was surprised.
La
though,
clasificación R es muy importante, tío.
go as you know hard R, but we're grateful. I mean, there's no other way to do it. I mean, you know, for this character and this world, and particularly, you know, Logan being an R-rated film as well, I felt like that was the most
Clasificación R.
full-throated version of Wolverine or Logan that we've ever seen as well. So it
No
really
no puede ser de otra manera que clasificación R, tío.
R rating just to do R-rated stuff, but it really allowing us to kind of do, anything and everything in a world where anything and everything is possible.
All three of you are stepping into a bit of history with this, and it already has made history. It's like one of the biggest trailers at the Super Bowl. It's like one of our most anticipated. But Shawn, you really are like the first man into space with Disney and hard art. So how hard did you go? Because I know that you and Rayan probably, as both producers and shaping this story, how many Disney jokes are in it is really what I want to know.
Well, I'll never tell. Mostly because I do fear for my life. If I spoil, I got a big mouth, and they could both beat me up. But we were clear from the get-go. We said, well, if the three of us are going to do this, we got to be truthful to the tone of a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
And that means we're not softening the edges, and we're going to be audacious and funny and edgy the way I know I, as a fan, want from Logan and from Wade Wilson. And so if you're going to put them together, and I have to say, every
Es
time
bueno que no tengan límite, tío. Que no le pongan límite ninguno, tío.
we got support from Kevin, from everyone at Disney.
Tengan bastante libertad, tío. Para hacer
Trusted
Deadpool ha
us and
sido
allowed us
importantísimo.
to do the version of Deadpool and Wolverine that we feel is best.
And like I said, we've only seen a little bit so far about the film, but everything everyone has seen, they're just so salivating for it. And this is not maybe
Qué
the
ganas
first
de
time
ir
I've
al
seen
cine,
it,
bro.
but I saw
Quiero ir
y'all
al cine
all
ya.
set up recently in
Quiero que se
another
estrene ya.
event. Let me just say it was inside a chief's room, like a chief's suite. It was your wife and maybe another lady that a lot of people are wondering might make an appearance in this. And I know you're going to lie to me right now and not tell me the truth, but
I think we're going to go with avoidance more than dishonesty.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
board is-
Straight up dishonesty is in the cards for us right now.
But how much have the Swifties been talking to you about Dazzler? Because I know they're in your mentions, because like they were in just like ours on posting the trailer.
Well,
Like,
it's a, movies like this are, there's so much speculation about so many people that might end up in the film, I mean, I saw
Los cameos, los cameos.
Elvis was in the movie. So, anything could happen, and that's sort of what I love about this universe and this world is, we'll see. Surprises are the essence of
Surprises.
okay.
Why don't we segue into your outfit and the color choices?
Yeah, this color combination I find is very biased.
I mean,
Incredibly
I love
biased.
that-
Muy parcial.
Either a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan or obsessed with Wolverine.
I mean, look, I've loved Deadpool since the very first time I saw him kill the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but me and Wolverine
It's
go
just a
back.
long
Oh, esa es muy buena, esa es muy buena. Cuando mata a Deadpool al universo de Marvel, esa es muy buena, tú. Ese cómic es muy bueno.
Time I saw him kill the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but me and Wolverine
It's
go
just a
back.
long
Eso es increíble, ¿eh?
Long-term relationship.
Don't leave them hanging. There it is.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, but I love you both. And look, I love the fact that you guys are bringing back old characters. We already got to see Pyro, and that was already something that folks were talking about from the trailer. I'm just going to name a couple characters, and then y'all can, like, give me some face on it.
Sure.
Like,
Is that camera going to like zoom
Yeah,
in
yeah,
and
like,
try
give me
and
a
be
little
like a
bit.
lie detector
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on our
Here we go.
expressions?
Body
Okay.
language
Yeah.
experts.
It's like a game show.
Electra. Nothing. Okay.
I love Jen Garner, though. We worked
God,
with Jen
what
Garner
a
on
sweet,
Adam
sweet
Project.
human.
Yeah, she's been a
Incredible.
Mystique.
Oh, Mystic.
Nothing.
Ay,
Yes, I'm going to do this very last one for the black girls out there. Storm.
Storm.
Now.
I'm going to answer with a different answer. We come to this movie, I definitely come to this movie as a fan.
Yeah.
A fan of the X-Men movies and the Deadpool movies. And so the movie was definitely made with the love of being a fan.
I have
Okay.
a pair of running shoes. They're ASICS running shoes that are an X-Men edition, but I have the Storm ones.
Oh.
Every time I put them on, it's a little salute to Halle Berry.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I feel like I've done myself proud since I cosplayed as Storm, like literally at age 6, because we all love
Wow.
Storm. Yeah, we definitely love our Storm. Rayan, I love that this film is going to be one of the big summer movies, and it's going to be a theatrical movie. It's going to get people out to the theater, and I know you're very committed to the theatrical experience. I mean, we're here at Fandango. I'd love for you to tell folks what it is about a Deadpool movie that seeing it in that communal atmosphere is why they have to see it.
Oh, I mean, I will, as long as until I finally close my eyes to this weird and wacky world, I will never forget the first time I sat in a movie theater for Deadpool 1. It was just a fan screen. It was just, all the folks that would normally go see this movie. It wasn't like a fancy premiere. We've never done that with Deadpool. We've always invited the fans in to watch it with us for the first time. And I've never experienced joy, elation, a sense of community like that in a movie theater ever. And it's an experience unlike those kinds of experiences you want to share with everyone else. You want to feel that laughter and that warmth and the emotion in that room. And You know, I mean, I feel like Deadpool 1 was a bit of a curiosity. Deadpool 2 felt like a real proof of concept that there's something really, and then, you know, this one I think is the culmination of those, except we get to join forces with a legacy that is unlike anything else, which is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. You know, 24 years, is that what we're talking?
24 años, bro.
Look, these characters we change different actors sometimes for the character. This guy is never, you can't replace him. There's one.
24 años de Wolverine, bro.
One and only.
Yeah, but
Hugh Jackman, 24 años. Madre mía.
That's
And I will
insane.
tell you,
The day is young.
like, if audiences feel 1 ounce of what I felt every day, which is, it's
Literalmente no hay otro Deadpool.
These guys,
Está hecho para Rayan Reynolds. Deadpool.
legendary, iconic characters at the top of their game, and together, it's just audience delight. I felt it every day at work, and hopefully that's what comes
I
across
remember
on screen.
the first day that Hugh and I were in a scene together in the movie, and we had to sort of walk down this kind of road together, and we were standing side by side. I remember a bunch of, I've never had this in my life, a bunch of crew members came up, and one said that was the best day of my life.
I mean,
So you realize how much seeing those two guys together, seeing ketchup and mustard together up on the big screen means to people, and it's something we don't take lightly at all, you know. So we're very careful when we're talking about, in the movie, certainly when we're talking about legacy of Wolverine. I mean, we shit all over Deadpool's legacy. It's fine. We're very careful with that one and how it
Wolverine does,
relates to
yeah.
these characters.
I have to say, remembering what you said about seeing Deadpool 1, our very good friend Tom Rothman, who was running Fox at the time, who's now at Sony, but Tom said, make sure, Hugh, when this movie opens, you go to a cinema.
Yeah.
And I went to Times Square here at 9 p.m. and I sat in the back. Actually, it was packed, so I sat on the stairs. I had a baseball cap on. And I'm from Australia, where in the cinema it's a little more subdued. I couldn't believe what was going on. The cheering, the yelling, the booing, the comments. And so the idea that this summer these two characters are going to come together, we will be hiding somewhere in some.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
maybe
can't
not
wait.
even hiding. You know?
Oh, yeah. No, but that's the great joy, is that magic that happens when a few hundred strangers come together in the dark and go through something together.
together.
And it's also
Qué bonito eso, ¿eh?
certainly for
Que comentan.
audience members, but it's wish fulfillment for me too. I mean, this is something I've wanted since the jump, since the get-go. And in Deadpool 2, you know, there's a coda where I say in the after credits that you're going to hang up your claws one day. It's going to make a lot of people very sad. But also your old pal Wade's going to show up one day and ask you to go on one more ride. And when he does, say yes. And I just love that this film actually makes good on that.
And you said yes. I also love the inspirations that you guys have already talked about that you have for this. Like when I heard that 48 Hours, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles were sort of like big inspirations. Talk about how much of a buddy sort of adventure this really is, Hugh, if you can preview a little bit of how this is more than the bromance.
We're both
terrified.
No, we're both literally, both of us like,
If you could,
Ryan, we're just
tease
checking
us.
if it's okay.
Tease
Yeah,
us
go,
a little
have
bit.
at
I
it.
mean, you did say it is a buddy thing, and we know it's Deadpool and Wolverine, so we have to assume you're either in it together, against each other, maybe a little
No,
found.
wrong,
It's
wrong.
But it's not, it can't, just the word buddy doesn't encapsulate all there is. Because that just implies good times with two guys having the best time together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's
it
just
is
say-
not that.
No.
It is not that.
But 48 hours, I was 10 minutes in to watching Deadpool 1. And I was at a screening that Ryan had set up for me, so it was before, and I had just made the announcement. We had not shot Logan, but I'd made the announcement, this is it, this is the last one. And I remember being 10 minutes in, and all I kept seeing was Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, and I was like, oh, I just said it. So it was there, and then I shoved that one down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, we're pretty.
is that well dodged?
No,
that
I
was
think you did that. Well, I mean, we were very, very liberally borrowing from I think the tones of some of the great buddy films ever made. I mean, if you think about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the first thing you think about is it's a very funny movie. It's a comedy, but it's also like a heartbreaking movie. I mean, it's a performance by John Candy, which is, I've had a lifelong obsession with that man, and that movie is proof in the pudding right there. I mean, it's so difficult to kind of execute those tones, and that's the sort of Empyrean heights with which we're kind of aspiring to here, is that, yeah, it's hysterical and completely unexpected at times, and We do some really, really wild stuff in this film, but there's also an emotional core and a backbone to it that allows us and facilitates us to be able to do all those other fun things.
I will have to say we wouldn't be here, obviously, without all of your hard work. But really, if we talk about Deadpool, it was the fans. From the leaked footage through the success of each film, the fans have been with you. They've already said that this is their most anticipated movie of the year and of the summer. I would like you, if you could, to give a little tease of what fans are going to be most maybe surprised to see in this one. Just like a little, maybe a one-word adjective, maybe like a little idea that they may not expect when they said, we're going to get Deadpool and Wolverine together, but they're going to be very happy that it's there. And I'll let either Shawn, Ryan, any of y'all, Hugh, answer it.
I don't know that I can do it in one word.
Okay,
but just to
do it.
piggyback on what Ryan said, you know, Wade Wilson and Logan are built to not get along, right? From the comic books forward, these are two characters who are really constructed in a way that's going to drive the other crazy, especially Logan. Would really, really find Wade a pain in the ass. But the relationship and this kind of journey goes places that are unexpected. So it's audacious. There's sick action, for sure. But the relationship and that kind of, the way that that two-hander evolves, I think will be surprising to people.
One thing that was important to us was to shoot this film in natural environments. And I think that also sort of crosses over to our friendship, our collective, three of us, our collective friendship, how we interact with each other as well. It's a kind of a bit of a no bullshit policy. We're trying to sort of always have that imbued in the aesthetic of the movie as well. And you know, in a world where it's, when you're on green screens and sound stages where anything is possible, it really allowed us to make a movie where necessity is the mother of invention at all times. So you're always constantly writing, rewriting, changing, thinking in the moment, you know, pivoting, that's the thing I think I loved most about making this movie, especially under the Marvel Cinematic Universe banner.
Well, that's what's crazy, right? Where now it's the first Deadpool and Wolverine movie as part of the MCU. But to Ryan's point, we've been friends for many years. So this wasn't, oh, go to work and make an MCU movie. This was go to work with your brothers and therefore feel loose enough to try stuff. And some of it sucked, right? But some of it,
which no one will ever see.
Right. But the stuff that stumbled into maybe good and sometimes great, the fact that we were willing and comfortable making idiots of ourselves because we're friends offset, I think that allowed for some experimentation and some surprises that make the movie better.
Okay, I've been thinking about what to say. The fans.
I was just buying you time.
Yes.
You know, I'm glad, because there's a lot of things, a lot of fans are going to be very happy. And I've spoken with fans around the world for 24 years. So I feel I have a connection, and I always love talking to them, and they're very honest. Have always been honest, and I've heard not great things about what I've done. I've heard good things. There's going to be a lot of happiness. But the thing I want to impress on the fans the most is, from the moment I read the script that Ryan and Shawn wrote, there was a love of Wolverine, like a taking care of Wolverine, and also a desire to give runway to the character that we'd never had before, to express parts of him that we'd never been able to do before. And something about this dynamic of these two characters, you fans will see a different side, and I know from what they've told me that they're going to be like, yes.
Well,
How was that?
That was awesome.
Perfect.
And
Stuck the
thank you.
landing.
Well, thank you all very much, and I can't wait. I know everyone watching at home can't wait, so I'll remind all of you, you can pick up tickets for Deadpool and Wolverine at Fandango.
Están disponibles las entradas, por lo que se ve, ¿no? Guau, tío. Qué ganas de verla, tío. Qué locura. Qué locura. El 26 de julio estará disponible en cines. Mamá. Va a romper el internet. Yo creo que va a ser la película del año, seguramente. La película del año. Yo creo que va a ser una de las películas que seguramente recaude muy, muy mucho. Y la rompa en taquilla, seguramente. Wolverine y Deadpool en pantalla. Hugh Jackman. No me lo esperaba, tío. Para nada me esperaba que volviera. Y lo ha conseguido Rayan Reynolds, tío. ¡Oh, oh! ¡Qué pasada! ¿Esto qué es? Ah, vale, esto es el mini tráiler, ¿no? Bueno, no tráiler, sino la venta, creo que era. Tickets a la venta. Ya ves, la peña ya pillando la entrada, ¿sabes? Que va a estar el cine a reventar, bro. Let's fucking go. Vamos a romperles el culo. Mira el perrete.
Slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die?
Shut up. Oh my God.
What you thinking about?
Get the fuck off of me. Almost done.
Almost done what?
Ya he terminado, dice. Hostia, esto no lo habían mostrado, ese trocito. Ah, qué bueno, tío. Dice, ya he acabado, ¿sabes? Qué cabrón, tío. La madre que lo parió. Puto Deadpool. El Deadpool de los cojones, tío. Ah. Pues bueno, chavales, hasta aquí el directito cortito de Kimetsu no Yaiba y la entrevista de Deadpool and Wolverine. Hasta la próxima, muchachos.